But Brian, for a second here, I want to ask you your opinion on something that is the biggest scourge that we face as a people, as a country, as a society, a humanity, whatever the case. The worst plague on society today. How do you feel about these U-scan self-checkout pieces of shit?
I don't typically have too big a problem. I mean, my biggest issue is just like the scale. After you actually scan the thing, then it tells you the thing's not on the scale and it's on the scale.
Yes.
Other than that, it would be wonderful.
Oh, for sake. So you're willing to do other people's work for them and give them your money?
I'm willing to try to get out of any store I'm in as fast as I can because I got things to do.
No, that's the problem.
I have things to do. Well, that's the problem.
No, the problem is not that you have things to do. The problem is that you can't get out of the store fast. Yes, if you're going in to buy a bag of Cheetos and a box of rubbers, that may be one thing. But when you go to do literally a plethora of grocery shopping, and you've got a goddamn one of those carts stacked up, it looks like the homeless people on Broadway, and there's 4 or 5 different customers trying to do that, obviously trying to spend a couple $100 minimum a piece with the size of these carts. And there's 5 of them lined up because you've got one puny individual moving at the rate of a glacier, checking people out while all these U-scan, they've got people standing there watching the people scanning their own U's. Why couldn't those people just be checking us fucking out? It's their goddamn profession. They know how to do it. They know where the barcode is. They know how to fucking weigh the goddamn turnips. They know what department the goddamn fucking rubbers come from. So why am I going to go in and give them hundreds of dollars and do their job, Brian, is what I'm asking you. And you talked about it. If it's fine again, if you're going for goddamn ice cream and ketchup, then you can put it on that little the round turny thing with those little tiny plastic bags, and you got room. But if you're doing an entire giant cart, a plethora of items, large and small, bulky, heavy, whatever, you got no fucking room. And if you don't put the goddamn barbell plate onto the fucking scale, then it says put the item in the bag. Well, I can't because the item is bigger than the goddamn stand I've got to work with. Or then it says, well, pick out the variety of parsnips from the produce department and enter here. I don't know what these fucking things are. I just fucking want to buy them. I don't know the differences in the species and the organicness of goddamn green and red and yellow and bell peppers. Just charge me for them and be done with it. And every other item. Attendant, call for help. What? He's got to come over and push a button. Or it's telling me to put the item back in the bag when the item's in the bag to begin with. And it took me literally 20 minutes to go through this shit. It is not my profession to learn how to fucking check out and bag groceries. I am paying them for that service. I, Brian, fulfill the customer part of the contract. I go in there, I choose their merchandise that I wish to purchase. I am more than pleasant to all of their employees until pushed too far. Got a great relationship with the meat gentleman and the fishmonger. And there's another fellow out there in the meat department that listens to the program quite often. And then I go up there, and if they will tell me how much money I owe them, I do not argue. I give them that. I pay them. Here you go. And then I take my shit out and put it in the car. That's the fucking customer's part of the contract. The merchandisers, the merchant's part of the contract, is to goddamn take the shit that I want to buy and tell me how much it is. Can you find fault in that logic?
I agree with you. And in a perfect world, there would be no self-checkout. I agree. It's quicker without it.
then why, as I mentioned
It doesn't even work. It should work, is my point.
Yes. But as I mentioned to one of the employees wandering around stocking shelves that nobody was buying anything off of while we were standing fucking 30 feet deep to one fucking checkout lane, I said, is it possible to call backup here? Oh, I could check with the manager. Okay. She walks 10 feet and she asks some lady at the next checkout line that's doing something in her cash, are you open, Ethel? Oh, no? Oh, sorry. And that was the extent of the effort. So I went through the goddamn self-checkout, and I told the guy standing there what I thought of his company, while he was trying to get me out of there as quickly as possible, because I was beginning to rouse the rabble.
What did you say? What did he say?
I said, why in the world have they got all of you standing around here watching us do this ourselves when you could be at the goddamn line doing it? And everybody's day would go quicker because we are not professional fucking supermarket employees. And he was just trembling and going as fast as he could to get me out of there.
He said, what are you, some kind of tough guy?
No, actually, this poor fella, he seemed like, I actually told him, I said, I'm not going to hit you.
But that's always reassuring to hear.
Well,
I'm sure.
I wanted to let him, because he was real nervous. I wouldn't let him know it was not going to be. I'm not blaming you. I said, but you can certainly tell any representative of your employers that you care to.
I'm not going to hit you, but the door is open for anyone else.
Well, I still wasn't done checking out. Well, what the fuck? That's like you go to the goddamn landscaper and say, I'd like a bunch of fucking trees. And then you got to goddamn go dig the holes and fucking plant them too? What the fuck?
You think it's something corrupt, like the makers of these machines have deals with the large supermarket chains where you carry our machines, you cut down on your workload, we give you a cutback?
Well, I don't care. They're already making enough money in other ways. There should be at least a minimum of maybe we should run on that platform. The customer merchant contract, that as long as the customer fulfills his part, the merchant has to actually goddamn be responsible for telling you how much you need to pay and fucking helping you correlate your fucking goods and get them out of the fucking store. I think that's the least we can ask.
All right, and that's the least we could say.
Yeah, it certainly is.
Here for Happy Talk. Are we still happy? How are we feeling?
I'm feeling mighty, mighty good.
All right. Could have gone a couple ways there.
And I was trying to decide till the last minute.
I'm hesitant to say anything because I know you're just going to interrupt me and go somewhere else. I don't know how many steps I could take right now. I'm walking on eggshells. All right.
All right.
We will move forward with this program.
I'm walking on sunshine. Hey.
That's not how it goes.
Hey, that was my entrance music in Dallas.
That was your entrance music in Dallas. That's right.
Yes. All right. Well, sunshine, where are we going from here?
All right. Well, Katrina will wave goodbye to the boring part of the show, and we will move on here